Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a very hot gist of how I got scammed by bankers. Nigerian banks will stay in your white, so that's why when you're going to the bank, don't even wear white, wear black or something else. So I'm going to be doing my makeup along the line, not like makeup, it's just a light makeup, and I'm using my sister's makeup because I don't have any makeup. So we're just going to be diving right into this night tutorial, but just like a makeup. Firstly, I want to start by drawing my brows. God, I beg you. Brows, whatever. Whether I brush, whether I lead, God. Nah, okay, I've seen it. So let me stay like this. So it all started from this story is long. It all started from when we were young. I don't know, GT Bank. It's GT Bank. GT Bank. When we were young, like when we were much younger, like when we were like under 18, I and my sister, we had an account. In fact, my mom opened an account for us. This kids account in this GT Bank. So when they open that account, these GT banks, if they're fond of, when you open one account, they will dash you two. Presently, I have like 5 banks, 5 accounts with GT Bank. Because of this, open one, get 2 free. So now, I now opened that bank. When it was time for me to turn 18, in fact, when I turned 18, I went there to make the necessary corrections. I went with my international passport. Then my mom also came along, so she would do the handing over, which they did. In fact, long story short, for that particular point, they did it, but then there's always problem. When I go to withdraw my own money, they'll be telling me I still need to upgrade, that my mom's signature is still showing that we need to upgrade, which finally they did, and that issue was actually rectified. The problem now is that I'm doing my brow. I'm doing my eyebrow. I want to highlight now. So the problem now is that I started saving money. I started using that particular bank account to save money. And then I'm trying to look for a concealer. What did they use to concealer? So because of how that bank was turning me, when I go, they would tell me that I can't, sometimes they'll tell me I can't withdraw, that my mother's signature is still showing. So I decided to go and open another bank. So I actually opened another account somewhere else, not with them. So the problem is that the number I initially used in opening that account, I lost that number. It was an MTN number, and I lost the number. And I don't know how MTN works. I'm also calling out on MTN because they are also a contribution. I mean, they contributed in frauding me. I lost that number, and I actually didn't go and do a welcome back. But then MTN carried that number and sold to another person. So another person was using that number, and this person was an outside man. Because sometimes when they call me, when people that I gave that number to call that number, that person will pick. And some people that now knows that I have another number, they will now call me on this my new number. They'll now be telling me that, oh, I called you and somebody is picking your call. One outside man pick your call. I'm not like, no. Me, I don't lost that number since. So this outside person now MTN people. So it went on like that. So now I'm trying to make my eyebrow. I was depositing money inside the account because I was not using it as a savings, because since I can't withdraw, I don't even have an ATM to that account. So I now said, okay, let me just be saving money in that account. So there was this wig I sold for my roommate, a wig I got that I actually did not now. I now felt like I didn't like the wig anymore. And I decided to sell it for my roommate. My roommate bought the wig. And when she wanted to give me that money, and I told her to pay it into that account. So she paid the money into the account, and I remember saving 2 more times inside the account. So the total money I had at that time, I just last 3 weeks, so it's not even far. So the total money I was having in my account as at last 3 weeks was about 60,000 naira in that particular account. So in my head now, I have money, like I have money in that account. So fast forward to last 3 weeks. When I now wanted to go, okay, last 2 weeks, when I wanted to go and cash out now, I was not like, let me even go and take this money, all of them. Let me take all of them out from this place and use it to do something. And I went there. Prior to when I went there, actually, I was receiving debit alerts. I first of all received a debit alert of 200. I thought it was normal because this GT Bank, they are fond of when they withdraw, when they can debit you, then they will credit you again. Like they will debit you a certain amount. That's what they do to me. They will debit me like 500. Before you know, blah, 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 they will credit it again. So me, I was thinking that was their normal thing. Like, okay, they've debited me, but they will soon credit me. They debited me 200 naira that day. And according to what I saw on that transaction, they used it in buying airtime. And I didn't send. I was not like, these people don't use my money buy airtime. Okay, now they go still credit me again. But that day passed and they didn't credit me. The next day, they debited me another 1,000 naira. And it was for airtime too. And that day also passed. They did not credit me. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what was in my mind. I was not even thinking about anything. I just felt like, oh, it's their normal way. They go soon credit me. But it passed and they didn't credit me. And I was not suspicious of anything. I was not even thinking about anything said. Because nothing was on my mind. I was just acting a free girl. It was when they now debited me. Okay, let me finish this my eyebrow first. Because I don't understand. I've stayed too long on this particular eye for too long, and it's not even fine, sir. Sometimes my eyebrow, I don't know what's happening. Sometimes my eyebrow, I don't know what's happening. So I'm done with my eyebrow. I'm going to set my face up first. So when I now saw this alert, okay, where was I safe? Ellen, go and wait this thing for me, please. So when it now became alarming was when I saw a debit alert of 20,000 naira. And this 20,000 naira, the description attached to that 20,000 naira was for airtime, like airtime buyage. How do you take speak and save? Airtime purchase. When I saw airtime purchase 20,000 naira, I still wasn't feeling anyhow. I was just like, what did these people they do like this? What did they do? What did they come out for this account? Why are they not refunding? That was what I was thinking of until I decided to go to. I'm using my foundation now, Jenny's foundation. The name of this foundation is Perfect Queen. This one I'm at. Okay, this one is shade 4, while this one is shade 3. So I don't forget foundation will go match me like one. Why? Okay, yeah, I have to do some, but I figured I want one. So I'm using this. So I'm mixing up this two because this one is darker and this one is lighter. Just one pump of this because we are not going anywhere except if I don't finish it. I go find where I go where I want to go safe. So this thing don't plenty you. So this is too light. So light me, I don't want light. So now, when I now saw the alert, that 20k, I was not like, why are these people debiting me like this? This one I done too much, 20k. So the next day, and I went to the bank. So when I went to the bank, that everything actually started unfolding, because I then went to the ATM. I got an ATM for that. I got an ATM for that account. So I went to the ATM. I slotted in my card. I put in my PIN. I checked my balance. My balance was the first thing that actually came to my mind. Like I was like, let me check my balance first. I want to see 60k. I checked my balance and all I saw was 40,000 naira. That was when it was not 40,000. It was 38,000 because of the other 200 and 1,000 that the person bought card and some other charges that they've been removing. So when I now saw 38,000 naira, that was when my eyes now do bam bam. As in, I now started remembering, recollecting, recalling, understanding what all those debit alerts were all about. And I even checked it. And I saw that they were doing this thing from Lagos because the location showed there. The location said that these things were happening live. It was happening live in Lagos, and it was airtime purchase. So and I went inside the bank to meet the customer care. So when I went there, I met the woman. She was now like, what can we do for you? And I told her I've been seeing debit alerts that I'm not responsible for, so I just want to know what is happening. So she now asked me to write my account number, which I did, and then she entered their system, and she told me that I've been buying airtime. I've been buying airtime with my card. And I told her that no, I've not been buying airtime with my card. Though. Me, I don't know how to even buy airtime with my card. I've not had access to that bank for the longest of time. So there's nothing like I've been buying airtime with my card. So she was not like, but this is your number. She now showed me the number that I've been buying the airtime. And when I looked at the number, it was actually that my old number that I was using, that I use in registering that bank. I've blocked that number because I have upgraded the account, but they failed to upgrade it from their own end. So the person that MTN sold that card to was using it, and each time a credit alert comes inside that bank, he receives an alert on the phone, because normal now when you credit yourself now you get alert like SMS alert. So he was receiving SMS alert the way I was receiving Gmail account. And funny enough, it is that same account that is linked to my Gmail. Like, it is that same account that when I get paid on YouTube, that account is what is going to be reflecting the dollar. So he must have been seeing the dollar too, as much as he's also seeing the naira. But because he doesn't have access to the dollar money, that is why he was using the naira own, because he cannot go to the bank to withdraw the money, obviously. So what he was doing was he was using this USSD code. So whenever, like, when he sees the credit alert, he will just be like, oh, money don't drop. Then he's going to use his SSD code and then transfer card, like airtime, to his own number. That was what that guy was doing. So when I went there now, they now told me that that's what has been happening, that I have been buying card with my number, and this is my number that I've been buying card with. I just told them, okay, please give me the number. I collected the number, and then I just went downstairs, because it is up and down. That particular branch, in a way, is up and down. So I went downstairs, I tried calling the number. He picked up, and he was speaking outside normally. So I couldn't communicate because he doesn't understand what I'm saying. So I left there. I went to look for somebody that will help me talk to him, that is listening to all that can speak Hausa. When I went there, I saw another person that was Hausa, and I narrated the whole thing to the person. And the person was already telling me that no, Hausa people, they're not like that, because he is an Hausa person. So it was not like Hausa people are not like that they cannot do this kind of thing. He's an Igbo person. Is my brother, because he assumed I was Igbo. He was not telling me that it's my brother that I've done this thing, that his own brother cannot do this thing. I was not like, I did not ask you if he's your brother. Just tell this person that I want to use this 20,000 naira, that please, he should give me back my money. So on the long run, he told the person she had to give me the money. That he asked the person if the person took the money, and the person said no. So the person denied it, and I was left with no other option than to just back out. So I want to use powder now to just blush off my face. So I was now beginning to think, because initially I was actually thinking it was a banker that was responsible for all these mischievous acts, because I was wondering who has access to this account. Nobody. I don't even have an ATM to the account that you say that somebody took my ATM, because that was the first question they asked me. Who are you giving your ATM? I was not like, I don't even have an ATM to this account. So there's no such thing like who knows your PIN or who took your ATM. There's nothing like that. So I was thinking it was a banker that was doing it, because for you to have access to that account, you must be a banker for you to have seen that, okay, this person is not withdrawing from this account, the person is only depositing. So let me be able the person to withdraw the money. So let me blush up my cheek. So that was what I was thinking that person was doing to me. But to my whole surprise, he was not a banker. If it were a banker, I would have closed that place because of 20,000 naira there and then. So I now called that guy. The guy no pick my call again after he picked the call the first time. And then after one hour time, and also talked to him, he did not now pick my call again. So I now went home, and I came back the next day. I blocked the accounts. I blocked everything that has to do with the accounts. Did I block? I just changed my number. I changed my number again for the third time. I blocked it, and then I changed it, and then I was able to now start using the account as normal. So I was not even thanking God though, because imagine I'm adding blush, God. So, I was not like, imagine, hey, God. It's not able to, I don't go put her. But I'll blend up. I was not like, imagine if that guy actually had access, or bank was made in such a way that, so far I have your number, like so far I have the number that you use in opening the account, I can just walk into any bank and collect money without any signature. I would have been a gunner by now, because I wouldn't have been a gunner because it's just 60,000 naira that is there. But then 60,000 naira is a big money, because what if I had plans for that 60,000 naira? What if I wanted to go and use it and do? There was nothing I did not think about that day. I was just thinking, because of 20k, because of 20k, I was thinking, it was not looking as if I had to die. I was so devastated. And I remembered stories I've been seeing on YouTube where people used to get scam of many money. I was now using them to give myself hope that leave it now. It's just 20,000 naira. Why are you doing as if you want to die? But then my inner mind was saying, no, that money is big. That money is big. I was not saying if I tell my mama self say they don't thief my 20,000 naira. Hey, I will not understand this story where. So I was so bitter, but at the same time there was nothing I could do, because it wasn't 100% my fault, and I didn't even know whom to blame. No time to use. Don't worry yourself. Everything go there alright. So that's why whenever you see debit alert on your phone that you know that you are not responsible for, the first thing for you to do is to know the source by which the money is leaving. Like for me now, it was not an ATM source. Like if they told me it was a POS, the first thing for you to do is to go and block. Is for you to do is to go and block the ATM. That's if it is an ATM source. But if, just like mine, if they said it is transfer, like credit transfer, then you should know that they are using the USSD code, which you should actually try to go and block that particular number that they are using, or change your number, or just go and block the account first. You tell your bank manager your problem, and then they're just going to block the account. So that was what I would have done, and that is what I would do differently when I'm faced with that kind of challenge next time. So don't be a victim of what happened to me. Don't allow what happened to me happen to you. Learn from my mistake. This life, you don't need to wait till something happened to you. That's when you now know that's how you're supposed to act. Learn from other people's mistake. Now I know better. I now know that whenever I change my number, even though the number got missing, or even though I just decided to change the number, and even though you're not using a particular number for, now in this country, if you don't use your number for at least 6 months, MTN or this network people, they will sell it to another person. And when they sell it to another person, especially if that's your account, that your number is linked to your bank, whenever you deposit something, somebody will be seeing it somewhere because they've changed your number. And then if the person is wicked, like just like this person, how will you use 20,000 naira to buy airtime? How will you use 20,000 naira to buy airtime? If it were that person's money, would you have used it? No. But because it was a wolf, that was why he used it, and my God will judge him. That's it now. If not money, you go fix and buy. Don't be just 200 naira you go buy. Even though you want recharge, how much they recharge? but because he was a wolf, that guy used 20,000 naira. So I've learned my lesson. It's not his fault, it's my fault because I did not change it. That's going to be the end of this video, Jare. I'm just going to set my eyes up and I'm going to look for how they speak. I'm going to look for somewhere I'm going to go because this makeup, I cannot just go and sleep now. Why? So that's going to be the end of this video, guys. If you enjoyed watching it, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and share this video. My makeup is looking flawless to the best of my ability, and I'm going to see you in another of my video, guys. I've not put my blush. I'm going to put my blush now, and that's going to be it. My God, this thing should not fall on my eyes, I beg. See you guys in my next video, and bye.